What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom video. And we're just gonna hop right into it. Hopefully it don't sound different because I knocked the fuzz cover off my shit. But today we're gonna be talking about the Super Bowl. So I'll be doing it like this. I'll be talking about Kansas City offense going against Philly's defense, Philly's offense going against Kansas City's defense, what it comes to and what it means for both teams, and then my final prediction. So we're just gonna get right into it. So obviously we know Philly's defense has a strong front. I wouldn't even say seven. I would say six. For the simple fact they like to play a lot of nickel, have the gene on the field with five DBs. So front six for real. So obviously we know their D lineman, plethora. Jalen Carter, absolute dog. You got Jordan Davis, you got Sweat, you got Nolan Smith, you got Brandon Graham's hurt. You just got a plethora of good to great D linemen that they throw at you. As well, they have an all-pro linebacker in Zach Brown. So obviously, their front six is very legit, and obviously, this could cause problems for Kansas City. So, in that, like with that being said, like I said, Philly likes to play a lot of nickel as well as they already have a lot of great D linemen. So I do see Kansas City coming out in heavier packages to begin with, especially because one, they were struggling to protect Mahomes earlier this season, so they'll probably add extra pass protection as well as trying to establish the run game. Like I said, establish the run game. I can see it going both ways. I can see Kansas City at least getting some decency. I don't see them running the ball down Philly's throat. I just don't think anybody's really doing that in the league. But obviously, Andy Reid has, as he's become older and later in his career, he's become doing a great job of getting balance. Basically where he run pass. He used to air that motherfucker out, no cap. But now he's doing a great job of doing both. So obviously they're if they're stopping the run on first down, I do see in later drives that Andy Reid will just be like, let's go pass it on first down and we'll run it on third, second and short, third and short. We'll figure it out. Run second, pass first, just so we don't get behind the sticks for real. I do think Kelsey needs to have a great game. We already knew that I mean not Mahomes, Chiefs don't have a super great they don't have a number one receiver, but they have a lot of good to decent to good receivers with Hollywood Brown. Rasheed Rice is obviously hurt, but you still got older DeAndre Hopkins, Juju, um Xavier Worthy. So they have a lot of decent to good guys who can make plays, especially with 15 throwing to them. So that's why I feel like Kelsey needs to have a great game, especially against their because they have the legit three great DB, well four to five, really four, four great DBs on Philly. So I expect Kelsey to have a good game using his savvy against the inexperienced youth of Philly, because you got Quinion, you have Cooper DeJean, Slay obviously old, so that's a little different, but. Yeah, if he catch matchups on the younger guys using his savvy getting open, I don't see him having a game where he breaks the record, because y'all know he on like 200 yards back of Jerry, but I see him having a good game and doing something. Um, Obviously, bro, with 15 in the backfield, it's not a lot to really say. 15, you just gotta let 15 be 15, and what else can you say? Obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs haven't really scored a lot this season. I think they've only scored more than 30 twice. So I do see this being a ball control game. Just coming down maybe to who just has the ball last, and we'll see with that. So now moving on into Philly's offense against Kansas City defense. Obviously, all year the best player on Philly's team has been Saquon Barkley. He ran for 2,000 yards. The man's an absolute monster. So with that, Saquon Barkley. One, for Kansas City defense, you have to limit the home runs. Now he's a phenomenal player, so it's going to be a couple 10, 15 yard runs, but that has to be it. Obviously, playing Washington 2 weeks ago, he caught a halfback toss first play of the game, offensive play of the game, take it 65 to the house. So you can't have anything like that happening if you're going to be a championship team. So win the Super Bowl for the Kansas City. So I do see them. Obviously, you have to be assertive of taking away a team's thing. You may give something up, but you have to be assertive in taking something away. So I see them loading the box, trying to take away from Saquon, which I do feel like that feeds right into Sprague's philosophy of that. He likes to blitz a lot. He likes to send very exotic blitzes. He just know has to get home. So I just feel like that adds to his game plan a lot, and I just feel like the game plan is going to be making Jalen Hurts beat them. So obviously they do have two great receivers, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. But they do. I do worry about Kansas City's second DB because obviously McDuffie's a dog, but they don't have Snead anymore due to contrary reasoning. So I do worry about that, especially probably getting the Devonta Smith matchup. But Sprags is very intelligent. If he's gonna do it, he probably will figure out a way to have help even with the. Sprags is just a strategy man. So I feel like he'll figure something out that'll help them a lot. Y'all probably can hear what way I'm leaning from the way I'm talking, but anyway, like I said, so I do feel like this is gonna come down to Jalen. Obviously, with these exotic blitzes loading the boxes, I do see a lot of quick action game, play action. Um, so I do see a lot of that from Philly. So we're gonna see how that turns out. Obviously they do have a phenomenal offensive line, so it will be a little different. It might not just be Swiss cheese, blitzing through that. They have Maulers, phenomenal. They got Lane Johnson, Dickerson, so it's a lot of great players on that Philadelphia team. So it's not gonna be sweet at all for either side. Um, so like I said, that could be a great thing. So that's why I said the run game. They're Saquon's going to do something just with those maulers in front of him and him being Saquon Barkley. You just got to limit the home run hits. It's just gonna come down to Jalen. If Jalen can make those throws, make those plays, he hasn't looked like the Jalen 2 years ago, due to maybe nagging injuries or different offensive coordinators. But it's a lot of things I could tell, but he just hasn't looked like that. So that's why I think they're gonna come in the game being like Jalen has to beat us. So like I said, what it comes down to, I just think it comes obviously ball control. Cause like I said, Kansas City hasn't really played a super high scoring game all year. So I feel like come down to ball control, who has the ball last, and quarterback play or turnovers, obviously, but that's every playoff game. And quarterback play, like I said, 15 being 15, 15 is going to make a way. Jalen Hurts just, he has to play like he did 2 years ago if he wants to keep up, and that's just gonna be a hard task. Seeing he hasn't been doing it leading up to, but hey, anything is possible, my nigga, especially with that phenomenal roster on Philly. What it means for both teams, I think a Philly win. I don't know what it says a lot for a Philly win because I feel like they just have a phenomenal roster from top to bottom. It's nobody who's Saquon, but it's not a lot of players who are all time great. So a Super Bowl ring won't just change their whole legacy. But I mean Saquon probably be in the hall after this, I guess, because 2,000 yards, a Super Bowl ring, if he just keeps playing. So yeah, this probably help Saquon's Hall of Fame resume. That's what I think it probably means the biggest for. Because I feel like the players who, if you talking about a Lane Johnson, he's probably already a Hall of Fame tackle, Super Bowl or not. Well, he already got one because whatchamacallit. So yeah, if they're old enough, they might have won one already. So I don't feel like this means a lot for Philly. I don't feel like it means a lot for a Kansas City loss either because they just been great for so long, and it's just like they was eventually gonna lose one. Plus niggas is rooting for them anyway, so I root for them to lose anyway because of that black magic stuff. So yeah, for a Kansas City win though, I do see this, obviously a three-peat. I feel like this makes Patrick Mahomes the GOAT. Now I know they're gonna be like he has to win a couple more, but we don't know if he's going to stop winning, especially if they improve the roster next year. As well as I feel like he's already a better player on field than Brady. He just does a lot more than Brady, and he's doing the first three-peat ever. So, and it's this much dominance in a short period of time, and if he plays, he's 40 like Brady. We don't know what his numbers and Super Bowl wins are like. Just he's that good. So, um, Kelsey was already really the GOAT tight end. I think this just further helps his conversation if he has a great game. Andy Reid propels himself into easily the top three, top four coaches of all time. So yeah, I feel like it'll be a lot like different if Kansas City wins and then Philly loses. I don't think they'll get the label big game choker, but I feel like um this will be a beginning of a new era in Philly if they do lose because it's like this is not working. This roster is phenomenal. If you can't win with this roster, then what are you gonna do? But then again, like I said, you do need to give it some more time. Maybe give it some more time with these same coach offensive coordinators and then come back better. But I just feel like they're gonna have the feeling of, damn, we already didn't beat them twice. This is an even better roster than last time. What's the difference? Like, what can we do without changing something drastic? So yeah, that's what I think is going for that. So I got Kansas City. I just think it's hard to bet against 15, and plus I want to see somebody make history. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, IG to top bottom video, and we out.